Hi, hello everyone, and thank you for coming back to join me today. I'm just continuing with my purple tab bound booklet. When you were with me last time, I decorated these envelopes and I've got the ladies that are going on the back. So I've got both of those done and ready. I'm not putting the ladies on until I know where these are going because I don't know where the tabs are going to go, and I'm not sure how well a tab would stick to that, so I wanted to leave that in. Sorry, I've gone straight into this, haven't I? I hope you're all okay. I've decorated the back of this. Just need a bit of glue there, but I will go through these and check where the glue needs to be. So I've done the one complete ones. We've got that one with the little boys on, and I have done a little tag to put in them. So that those two are done. So they're going in my little box of done. I've got the four tags for each one. So I've got those. So that makes 5 pages in each. I need an even number. So I'm either going to go 6 or 8. But I'm going to decorate these and then see how it feels. That's the way I'm going to work it, I think. So I've got a little bit ahead of myself before you joined me. So I've made an envelope, and this will be part of one of the tabs as well, or one of the pages. So this envelope I've made out of 2 pieces. I've stuck 2 pieces of together and made it into an envelope. On the back I've put a pocket, and I've put a little tag in there. And these are all from Andrea's either her Purple Taster collage kit or her Purple Medley kit. That I think is from Roxy's Creations Purple kit. This is Andrea's gel print, and then this is going to get sealed up as an envelope. It is quite bulky because I've made a little booklet to go in it, and this booklet is just from a floral, that's the word I was looking for, a floral book. And I've just made it into a little booklet and put some little pages in there. And then at the back, I've not backed that yet, and I've not stitched round it. And then I've done that as well. So that's just some extra journal space in there. And that is going to go inside this pocket, or this envelope. So I think I can now seal this one up. I didn't want to seal it up because I wanted to make another one for the other book, because I'm trying to make 2. So I've kind of left it as a guide to see what I'm going to do. And this is the paper that I'm going to use to make it out of. And I'm just having a think, because I think, yeah, so it won't go in the journal that this one goes in. It'll be an envelope in the other one because it's too similar. I don't want 2 similar papers in it. So that's the book that goes in there. So I'm going to put that to one side, and I've made another booklet to go in this one, just exactly the same. So I did that. I made those 2 yesterday and just tied them together. So that's going to go in this one. So this, I hope I'm explaining this okay. This is made from 2 pieces of paper. So both of them are from Andrea. This is her Purple Taster kit, and then this is her Purple Haze kit, and I've just glued them together. I think they were about 80 weight paper when I stuck them together. So does that give me 160 roughly? I'm thinking it probably will. Now, I liked the size of this envelope, so I'm going to try and make this one approximately the same. So I thought it was. So I've made it 3.5 inches. So let's just crack on, shall we? So 2 pieces of paper stuck together. This is going to be the first flap. So I'm going to score that at 3.5 inches. So because my scoreboard's not a very long one, I just flip it over. You have to work with what you've got, don't you? So that's 3.5 inches. So that's this part here. So that I'm just going to fold up and crease it down. So I've now got this. That's that, 3.5. I know the back piece needs to be no more than 4 inches because that's the width of the tags that I'm putting in the book, or the pages that I've made, the collage ones. There we go. So that is going to fold over like that. So that should be the same size as that, same width, and it is. So that's good. And I know that I want it to be no more than, thinking now, was it 7 inches? Did I do these 7 inches? I did. So these are just the collage cards that I'd made and cut up with you last time. So I've got 4 going in each, and the 7 inches by 4. So I need this envelope to be no more than 4 inches wide and 7 inches tall. And this is obviously too wide. How wide did I make the flap on this one? I went with 2 inches. So that's the flap up. This is going to be the closure flap. So I want to cut that down to 2 inches. And then obviously this can be used in something else. So that should be level, she says, at 2 inches, give or take. I'm never a straight cutter. It's always a bit wonky. Okay. So I want it to be no more than 7 tall, and it's 8. So that means I can have half an inch either side. That's going to be my closure for the envelope. So I'm going to do half an inch scored there, and I'm going to do half an inch scored there if my finger wasn't in the way, and then I'm going to cut off the excess. So we don't need that little corner bit at the bottom, and I don't want these flaps either side of there, so they can be cut off. That one off and that one off. Okay, so that's going to be the flap that comes, this is going to stick to, and this is the flap down. So I can also cut that and that off. I want to keep these because that's going to be my closure, but I don't need those bits on there. Okay, get rid of them. Just crease that down. It is quite stiff, this, because I've stuck 2 papers together, and that's my envelope. So it's the same, or it should be the same as that one, give or take, because, you know, I'm only human. We make errors, don't we? So I'm going to ink round the edges of that. Oh, I want to round those corners. Just round those corners a little bit. There we go. That didn't work very well. That's better. And then I'm just going to ink around the edges of these. Sorry if I'm making it go in and out of focus, I do apologise. I've had a couple of people telling me that I go out of focus or that I go off screen, and little bit rude comments, you know. I mean, it is difficult doing videos. I find it difficult. I find it difficult talking, standing in my room talking to myself, I have to say. And then, you know, sometimes if people are critical of what you're doing, I mean, I don't expect everybody to like what I do. That's not what I mean. But, you know, to say, oh, you're not in focus, or you don't explain it very well, or, you know, it's not easy. I don't find it easy anyway, doing a video. And I do find that the people that complain about what I do don't do videos either. You know, they don't do a video. So I just find it difficult sometimes, I think. Okay, mown over. So I need to do a closure, don't I? I am not prepared because I haven't got me knobbly bobbly bits. One moment, I'll go and get them. Okay, I've found me knobbly bobbly bits. And I want 2 of the larger ones. Oh, I could actually use different colour on this one. It's finding 2 that are the same colour, isn't it? They're different colours. That's the same as that one. So I'm going to use these gold coloured ones on this one, just so that it is a bit different. Okay, put them out the way. So I want to make a hole in this so that I can put my what are they called? My brain's switched off, folks. Can't think what they're called. These pin things, split pins. Are they split pins? So I think that if this is just about 7, it's a little bit shorter. Make some room, Carol. If that's about 7 inches, then I want to mark it at about 3.5, don't I? So 3, I'm going to do it about 3/4 of an inch up. So I'm going to do 3.5 there. And then I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to have another one about there. That'll do me. So to make the holes, because I haven't got a punch, a hole punch that's going to get down all the way down there, I've got a Japanese screw punch. So that will make my holes for me. In the UK, I got this from Hobbycraft, and I find it really useful, and I use it to make the holes in my papers when I'm doing a journal as well. And it comes with different sizes, and I use it all the time if I want to make my holes. Can't get the lid on, look. There we go. So that's that bit done. And then I'm going to put my not brads. These thingies, they're too long, these. I noticed they are very long, so I'm actually going to snip a bit of length off. Try cutting them off one at a time, Carol. So that can go like that. And then this one can go there. You don't have to cut these legs off. I'm not cutting them off all the way. I'm just taking a fraction off them. The reason that I am taking a little bit off is because my circle punch is only a narrow one. I don't know how big it is even. Is it an inch? Yeah, it's an inch. And with those legs splayed out, that always comes to more than an inch. So they never, my circle punch, if I cut the hole, like on that one, to cover the brad, if I don't cut the legs down, they stick out like a squash fly underneath it. So that's going there, that's going there, that's going... It's not, is it? Because I wanted to put a thingy on. Right, 1 minute. Okay, what I wanted to put on was the little discs. Because I want to wrap a piece of string round them to be the closure. So I wanted to put these on. Oh, and I forgot, didn't I? Silly me. Okay, so I've got those 2. so I don't need the others. I was just trying to find a... I'll switch you on again. Yes. Whew. I just wanted to find a matching pair. Oh dear. When can your video go completely to pot? And now I've took my legs off the back, so they're a little bit sharp going through the paper, but that's okay. We can still do it. That one. And then this one at the bottom. There we go. So that then is going to be the closure. And I want to put a little bit of baker's twine around it. One. Oh, I can never tie knots, folks. Two. And then that'll go down there. It will wrap round that. Honest, it will. There we go. Two. Snip that off, tie a little knot, and we've got a closure. Gosh, that was hard work, wasn't it? There we go. So that's the closure on that one sorted. Ta-da! Okay, so on the back, make sure I've got this the right way up. On the back, I want to do a pocket. So on this one, I used the butterflies, and I've put some purple paper behind it. So on this one, I thought I would use those irises because I think they are just beautiful. And I really, really like them. So that's what I'm going to use on this. This is from Andrea's Purple Medley kit. And I think it was a tag, but I've cut the tag bit off at the top. So I want this pocket to be a little bit more sturdy than it is. So I'm going to back it on a piece of paper because it's only on thin copy paper. So I'm going to stick it on there. Get rid of that mat now. I'll just use that mat when I'm using the hole punch, the screw punch, because I don't want to make holes in my nice mat. So I've just backed this onto a bit of book page, just to make it a little bit stronger. I've already got bits of paper stuck to my fingers. Nothing new there. And on the other one, I used some purple paper. This was actually paper that I was given, well, it was a bunch of flowers that came on this paper. And I really liked the paper. Probably liked the paper more than I liked the flowers, actually. Aren't I rotten? I do like flowers. I do like flowers, but I just find cut flowers are really sad because they die. They don't seem to last very long. So it always makes me sad to see them die. But this paper was lovely. I don't get many flowers bought me, I have to say. Okay. Just try and make sure that I've got other things moved out the way. And I'm going to cut myself a border on this because I want to fold it over so that I have got what am I trying to say? I want to put a border around it so that I can turn them underneath and make it into a pocket so that it's got a little bit of extra space around it. Doesn't that set those off beautifully? Right, I'm just going to go and stitch around here and then I will be back. Okay, all I've done is just stitch around there. So now we've got the image, a piece of book page, and then we've got this paper on the back. So I'm going to fold this paper over so that I have a little bit of a border around that. And I'm just going to fold it. I'm not going to be too fussy about it. I just want to fold it over so that it frames that lovely image of those irises. Like that. And then that's going to be my pocket. So I just need to cut, oh dear, I just need to cut the corners so that we haven't got that bulk. And then we can stick that on. Now I need to think, because this is going to be the opening where the flap is, and I haven't done that. On the other one, I went to put it on upside down. I had to stop myself. So I'm going to fold that edge over on where it's going to be a pocket. And that's going to be glued down so that that pocket edge is a little bit supported. And then these, I'm going to glue those onto there, and that's going to be a pocket. So I think that looks very pretty. I do like irises. I love the deep purple ones. Oh, no glue. Well, there is glue in it. It's gummed itself. This one has got glue. So put some glue on here. Sorry, I've gone very quiet, haven't I? And then that is going to go on there like that. So it's going to be a pocket there. That just needs to dry on there. So do you know, I thought I'd stuck it on upside down then. That would be a disaster, wouldn't it? So I can actually now close this envelope up, because I'm not doing any other decoration onto this. Oh, I've picked the wrong glue again, look. I need to sort that bottle out, don't I? So that's gonna, no, I don't want to do that yet, because I haven't put my closure bits on here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry, because I think if I close it, it's going to start bowing it. So I'm going to let that bit dry. But it's going to have this booklet goes in it. So it is going to have that. I think I can actually put... What am I thinking? I'm thinking that I need to put something over those. That's what I need to do, isn't it? Sorry for the noise. There we go. So I need to cover these up, because otherwise they're just going to catch on the book when it goes in. So hopefully that's gone in the right place. It's best to press it from the outside, because otherwise this knobby pushes it off. So that's that one. My sponge rolled away. On this one I just don't like to see the white edges, I think. Just a bit of glue. That can go on there like that. Okay, and I'll let those dry before I close it up. There we are. So they're just going to close. They're going to dry. That's going to be the booklet in there. Right, might actually put another... Oh, it has closed. I think it just wasn't going all the way down. Yeah, and then that's going to close with the string round there. So that's those two envelopes done. So that one's going in there and that one's going in there. So I can put them to one side. I've got to make a card to go in the back of there like I have done in that one. So that's, I'll get that made as well. But they are then ready. Cooking on gas. What else did I want to do? I wanted to make something to go on the fronts of the cards. And what was I thinking? Ah, yes, I know what I was thinking. I've covered this fabric. It's not fabric, is it? I've covered this book pages onto this kit page. And I want to make a little flip to go on the front of both of these journals. I'm just throwing my spare paper down on the floor at the minute. I'll have a tidy up session when I've done. So you're going to see what I'm doing in just a minute. We'll make one and then, well, we can probably make two, but we'll have to let them dry. So all I've done is stuck a book page onto a kit page and left it to dry, because we all know how bad it is when you try and fold wet paper. Makes a right mess, doesn't it? Although I am going to be sticking something on the other side, so I'll probably get in a mess anyway, but never mind. So all that I'm doing here is cutting the book page out. And in a minute, if you like, I will give you the measurement for my book page. But I think it's kind of an average book page size. I don't think it's a big book or a small book. So I don't think it really matters what book page you use if you do this way. Because you can cut it down anyway. Right, so book pages. I've just used a book page. Measurement wise, this measures just over 7.5 tall by just shy of 5 inches wide. Now what I'm wanting to do is make something to go on the front of the journals, of the page. I haven't decided yet whether to stitch round these or not. I'm still debating. But what I want to do is have something on the front here. That's going to be this is going to be the inside. So it's going to fold over, and this is going to be a pocket on the inside. So it's going to be like, can you see? It's going to be like that. So this will open and that will be a tuck. So what I need to do is cover the front and cover that bit, and then it will get stitched all around and that will get stuck down. I think that I want the front, that because this is 4 inches wide and I've got to put tabs on here, I don't want this to be much more. That's probably about right, look. So what's that width, do we think? I'm thinking about 3.25. Well, blow me, that is about 3.25. So I need something to go on the front here that's slightly bigger than 3.25 inches that way, plus the height of that, because I want to tuck it behind this fold where I'm going to fold it. So I need something. Let me get rid of those. Does that make sense to people? I hope it does. So I've got Andrea's Purple Medley kit pages somewhere here. So I'm thinking that I can find something nice. Are they the kit pages? I think these are the... Ooh, I thought I'd printed them out. I've got confused. One moment, folks. They are here. They're just at the back. So let's take that off and have a look at what we've got. They are the collage papers, although that would be quite nice on the front. wouldn't it? That would be quite pretty. As would the butterflies. So that would be quite nice. Let's find the kit pages. They're the collage ones. So these are the kit pages. So that I've used that one. We've got this one that we could use. That would be quite nice. Got that one. I like that one with the clock. I'm going to have that one with the clock. That was a quick decision for that, for one of them anyway. I've done that twice. So I think one of them will have the clock. Oh, they could both have a clock. One could have the iris and one could have... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So I know that I want it to be more than 3 1/4 wide. So I'm going to cut a 4-inch piece off there. Okay. So that's going to go on the front. And how tall did I say that was? Just shy of 5. I'm going to actually make it a bit bigger than I need it, because then I've got a little bit to mess with. Okay, so that's going on the front of one. And then this here is going to go on the front of the other. So I need to take that bit off. There. And then I'm going to make it a bit taller than 5 again. Okay. So these are going to go on the fronts. Is there a right and a wrong? I don't think there's a right and a wrong in that paper. So I am going to stick this on here. And then I'm going to stick that one on there. Right. Oh dear, and you didn't shout at me to put my glue lid back on. Always fatal. Okay, so let's just get that glued on. I'm going to make sure that I get glue all the way to the edge. But I am going to stitch round these. And then that is going to go on there, like that. A little bit wonkily. Is that a word, wonkily? It's very wonkily now. Right, that one's squidged on there. And then this one is going to go, doesn't really matter, does it? I'll put it that side. Seeing as there's no upside down or right way round for the inside paper. Oopsie. Oh no, don't stick, don't stick. Okay, so that one is going to go on there like that. Okay, so they're on there. I'm going to cut these extra bits off that aren't needed. I mean, if you've got paper that you can put all the way across the side, as in this, that, you know, do it, that's fine. It's just I wanted an image on the front and I wasn't sure what I wanted on the other little bit, so I'm just doing mine separately. I'm probably making my life difficult doing it this way. But hey, whoever said that making a journal had to be easy? I certainly don't make my life easy, I don't think. Whew, papers everywhere. Okay, and then that bit. Get rid of that piece of paper because that is way too sticky. Okay, so they're going to be the fronts. They are the same size. And then I want something that's going to go on here as a cover. I don't think it really matters what it is, but I would like it to be something pretty. So I think I'm going to use this. I am going to cut a piece that's 2 inches off that end. And I'm going to cut a piece that's 2 inches off this. And I know 2 inches is way more than I need, so I know I'm okay with that. And that's going to be a bit more than 5. And that one's going to be a bit more than 5. Okay, so this is going to glue on the other side like that, the opposite side, okay? And then hopefully you'll see what I'm doing. I think using these book pages for this, I find it really useful because it adds that little bit of sturdiness to what you're making. Uses up your book pages as well, doesn't it? Now we're not going to see, oh, there's a little bit of white on the top of that. We're not going to see all of this because it's going to get lost as it's folded over, but that's what I wanted to do. So cut that bit off, surplus to requirements, and cut this bit off. Stick it on there because it's stuck to my finger. And then this one's going to go that side. Oops, I think it was quite a good idea for me to use the Purple Medley kit as well as the Purple Taster kit because there are pockets included in it already. So I haven't got to worry too much about making pockets for the other bits and pieces, although I think I still will. I would quite like to have 8 pages in this, if you like, but I just don't know if it's going to make it too thick. So we're going to have to see. So that's the way that this is going. That's going to be the front and that's going to be the little pocket. I don't want to stitch round these until I've folded them, and they are a little bit sticky wet, aren't they? Because if I fold them now, are they going to get a bad crease in them? Shall we just do it? Shall I risk it? So I said about 3 1/4 for the front. So I'm going to fold it at 3 1/4. And then the back piece, I'm going to have to fold that, aren't I? Okay, that's not gone too badly. And then this will also be 3 1/4. There. There we go. And then fold that. That is going to be stitched shut. So that needs a little notch in it because that's going to be a little pocket. Like so. And then that's going to fold over like that. So it's going to open like that. And that's not gone too badly, actually. I'm happy with that. So that, okay, for, oh, it's here right in front of me. So this is the front page. So that is going to sit on there like so. It will open like that, and it will be a tuck spot in there for a journaling card or something to go on. And then you've got room to put a picture or something that you want. And I'm hoping to be able to fit a tag in there in the back, so it would only get glued on 1, 2, 3 sides. And it's going to have tabs here. So that's worked out really well. So I'm happy with that. So we'll just trim that bit off there, and then I'm going to go and stitch around it. But I'm going to stitch around both at the same time, actually. So let's just ink those bits a little bit. I haven't got much ink on my pad, to be fair. So that's going to be stitched down and that's going to be stitched around. Okay, let's do this one. And then we might actually attach those so that we've actually got one done. Have I got time? I don't think I have. I might have. This is where I panic about my videos going a bit longer. Right, let me just do this and I'll come back. Okay, so there we have the two little booklets. They're still a bit sticky wet. These are the 2 pages that I was going to put them on the front of, so just to decide which one, I think I like them that way around. So I will stick these on while you're with me and hope that they do stick, because they need time. They need time to get glued down. I'm not doing very well with my glue, am I? So I want that to go on there like that. So that's glued 1, 2 and 3. Those 3 sides, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to dry that with it open, because if I close it, it kind of pulls it back off. That's not too bad. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one's going to go on here. Get it the right way up. Oh, do you know, I thought I'd put the other one on upside down then. So I don't know if any of you are crafting along with me. I'm hoping that some of you will have made the collage boards and cut out your pages, these ones, to whatever size you would like your tab bound journal or little booklet to be, and that you're perhaps making some ephemera along with me, that maybe I'm hoping that I might be giving you some ideas as to how you can decorate one of these, and we can do it start to finish. I don't know that I should have glued it on now, but I have, because I haven't decided if I'm going to stitch around these or not yet. But never mind. I think that I do want to stitch round these. I can still stitch down there. I can still fit my sewing machine down there. I think I do want to, but I'm just not convinced that I want to. So I want those to stick like that on there. And somewhere, oh gosh, I've got a little box where I've put all my bits in that I'm using. And I have got, in amongst the butterfly wings, I've got some, I quite like that on there. What I want to do is put something, a tab on here, and that's what's going to be the closure. So I want it to go a little bit further back, and I'm going to put a grommet in there, and I'm going to be threading something through it. So I want something to go on these. That one might go further up because I don't want to cover that. Quite like that one. I don't like the back of that. I don't know. Quite like that one actually. Or I might want it to be purple on there, like that. And then that's just going to wrap round, have something through it. So that's where I'm at. This is where I'm at. So I do hope that you're kind of crafting along with me. I might have a look around and see if I've got anything else that I want to put on here, but I do quite like that one with heart and voice. I'm not sure about that one. I'm going to have a look and see what else I can find, or cut another one. So that's where I'm at, folks. I've kept you 45 minutes. I hope my video is the right way up, and I'll be back. Take care. Bye.